Hey guys, welcome back. And we have Mary Jo here who is handling all the insurance needs, both international and I believe local as well, or strictly international?
I work with international.
With international. We're going to have Mary Jo explain everything that there is for the people coming from Canada and America that have these kind of cautions about, God forbid, what should happen if something happens to me? What type of coverage should I have? How does it get billed? So I'm going to just pass the mic over to the expert because this is way out of my comfort zone. And Mary Jo, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. My experience is here at Centro Médico Cabrera. I work with international insurances. I can sum it up as about 4 types of insurances that you can plan if you're traveling here or if you plan to live here. The first one obviously is a travel insurance. Travel insurance usually covers emergency type situations. Those are things you take on short-term basis, and if you should have something pre-existing, often doesn't cover, but usually emergency type of services. What are emergency type of services? You eat something bad and you get a gastroenteritis or something like that. Those are things that they would cover. Break a leg, fall down, those kinds of things. Some travel insurances do not cover sports, but there are policies that you can opt to cover those types of situations. The second type is international insurances, where you would have coverage anywhere in the world. It doesn't necessarily have to be emergency situation. It could be that you're living abroad and you need to do your general checkup, or you need to have your INR tested or something like that. A lot of those international insurances will cover anywhere in the world. Sometimes those have a deductible. Those are things that when you take out the policy, they should be able to explain to you. The third type would be a local insurance. If you live here for a long time, there's local insurances that will cover you. If you need information about that, I can send you to someone that does it, and we work with the local insurances here at the clinic. There are several. I can give you a list via email or on the website. And then the fourth one would be your home insurance. Canadians, because they have social insurance, or Europeans that have social insurance, those types of plans, you can pay and try to reclaim them, but those are based on what they consider that needs to be covered or not. Americans who have a home insurance, sometimes they have out-of-network coverage, and sometimes they don't. It's important, if you plan on using your home insurance outside of the country, that you investigate if you have out-of-network coverage. The American insurances are a little bit more difficult to work with because we're out of the network, and there's tax ID numbers that they require. But very often in those cases, if we can't work with them directly as a clinic, the patient can pay and reclaim, depending on what's covered under their policy. In all the types of insurances, the first thing that we try to do is work directly with the insurance to help you out. We open the case, send the medical information, and then as long as they can send us the confirmation that you have coverage or a guarantee of payment, then we can bill directly with them. There are certain insurances that require that you pay up front and reimburse.
Mary Jo, should the viewers around the world that'll be seeing this once it's put together in this series have any questions, first, are you okay if they were to reach out to you by email or phone? Are you okay with that?
Always, yeah. I'm always available. Via email is the easiest way.
Can you please say that slowly so that we're going to post it across the screen, but can you please...
The email address is CMC, that's C as in Charlie, M as in Mike, C as in Charlie, .sosua, S-O-S-U-A, @gmail.com. And that will come directly to me, so I can check that. I can get you any information that I have at my disposal to get back to you. Another way to get information is to actually talk to your insurance company or investigate through your insurance company, because, of course, all the information that I get would come from the insurance company. So if you want to go directly to the source and confirm with them, they will always tell you what you should have coverage for under your plan.
And if they would want, because of your ability to understand these policies much better than the average person like myself. If they had questions or maybe wanted you to reach out to just confirm something is what they think it is, you don't mind if they reach out?
Yeah, that's fine. I can always, if I know the answer, I'll find the answer. If not, I can always contact the insurance company to see if I can clarify. With the insurance companies, a lot of times they have information in writing as well. Usually there's a book about that thick that has everything. And sometimes people are just looking for specific information. And if there's cases like that, then either I can or they can contact the insurance company.
For our friends that come from Canada and America and they might not really speak little or no Spanish at all, does that present a problem here at the facility?
Well, because we have a large international community here, we have several languages in the community. We have, through the international department, we have people that would receive you in English. Several of the doctors speak English. We have several helpful doctors that speak several languages that can come in. If the doctor that you're with does not speak English, they can come in and translate. The international department also helps in those areas to come in and help with the medical staff or anyone in the clinic that doesn't speak English that needs some clarification.
You know, we've heard from several of the American doctors that are here now and helping out doing these surgeries for the people that need assistance, which is a wonderful thing. They've been floored by the amount of services offered by this facility. Can you go into a little bit greater detail of some of the services that are being offered?
We're a relatively new clinic. We opened in July of 2009. We have consultation services throughout the week and the day with several specialties, general ones being internal medicine, gynecology, pediatrics, surgery, orthopedics, neurosurgery. And then we have several specialists that are on call that they can set up appointments or they come once a week or once every 2 weeks that we branch out into other specialties. Gastroenterology, urology, those kinds of things that are available upon request or available once a week. We have full emergency services. There's always a doctor 24/7. Radiology, including digital X-ray, CT scan, MRI, full laboratory services. We have ultrasound as well. We're doing endoscopic surgeries. And then on the second floor, we have hospitalization services. We have surgery services, intensive care services, neonatal services. And we have on-site laboratory services. There are a couple things, as in any small clinic, we are a small clinic in a small community. There are some studies that have to be sent out, but we have a reference lab that we have confidence in. We send them to and get the results back to us.
So pretty much anything that needs to be done can be done, and if not, you have the references as to where to go to get it done.
Right. As I said, we have a neurosurgeon on staff, so pretty much anything from there down can be handled. Of course, if it's not something we can handle here, then we would refer out, and the idea with that is to help the patient get to where they need to go, send the medical information with the patient when they need to go. There's several patients that we've referred out for example, specific surgery, vascular surgery or something like that. They come back and they follow up with our doctors here. Because we're in Sosua and several things are far as distance goes, Santiago, Santo Domingo, those kinds of things, the more help that we can give in the follow-up so they don't have to keep traveling back and forth, the better it is for the patient, and it helps us facilitate the needs of the patient even better.
Plus, we've had several DRescapes families that we've relocated to the Rio San Juan and Cabrera area that have had the necessity to use this facility, and we've done interviews with them, and nothing short of a stellar recommendation in terms of the personal care long since forgotten in Western nations. So pay attention to that in the personal interviews with the various families as well. One of the other things we've noticed when we first arrived was there's a lot of construction soon to be finished on the new third floor. Can you perhaps describe to our viewers a little bit more in depth of what this will be offering, the features?
As I said, we opened just four short years ago, and we have found there is a big need in this community for hospital services. As we grow, we want the facility to grow with us, which includes more specialties, more doctors, but as well more hospital rooms that are catered more to an expat clientele.
There was yesterday in DR1, there was also a nice article about how the government is starting to recognize fly-in surgery and procedures to be done in this country, that there is a market for it because of the weather, because of the surroundings, and because of actually good medical care available in this country.
I actually attended a conference this week for the medical tourism. The Board of Tourism is promoting that as a destination medical tourism. It's interesting in the fact that in a small scale it's already happening here with us because we do have a large expat community. There are people that will come and they come for studies. Sometimes you have to wait a long time. For example, in Canada for an MRI, and they can come in and we can just go ahead and do it right away. So not in a large scale, but in a small scale, that's already happening. We've had several people elect to have surgery here instead of going back home and waiting to have surgery. And for the most part, those are people that they leave happy. They have service here. They know they would have to wait at home. I find that our staff is very, very caring, and that's what I get a lot of feedback on with the foreign clients, is they're surprised how hands-on and how caring, how everybody takes an interest in their case. They say that's not something that they see back home anymore. Unfortunately, there's been a shift in the way medicine is done, and I think that we have the advantage of people coming here. They feel that warmth and the personal contact that is sometimes lacking.
That's also been mentioned by all of the DRescapes families that have been here. A personal note here, though, sidebar. I myself am so appreciative that both of these folks have taken time out during probably one of the most chaotic weekends they're facing, with all the surgeons in from different countries visiting and helping from America, the ones we interviewed. I don't know of any other nation that would have done this, where actually, the two chief mechanisms have taken time out on a day that they can't afford to do it, just to help the DRescapes viewers and to get a better perspective of this is not anything other than state-of-the-art services available in the DR. Excellent. Mary Jo, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy. We really appreciate it. So this is Barry in DR. We're going to continue on to the third floor now. We're going to post Mary Jo's contacts at the bottom of this YouTube, and let's continue up on the third.